Hi fun seekers, this is Stevie B showing you how to modify a basic Nerf dart gun. This one, as you can see, is sanded and primered with Valspar plastic primer spray. This is the before, this is the stock version. This is the half that I've already done, and I'm going to show you how to achieve that customized look. Okay, starting with the basics. You can take a new Nerf gun out of the store or a used one from a thrift store. It's best to sand it with some medium sandpaper and then lightly go over it with some finer sandpaper, and follow that by covering it with a solvent that will evaporate. We don't want an oil-based solvent, we want something that will clean the plastic without melting it. Then I spray the thing with Valspar plastic primer, which is clear. It only takes a light coat, and then wait for it to dry and then put another coat on. Follow that with Krylon's Fusion for Plastic. This is a black, very nice dark deep black that helps adhere the next layer of paint. Follow that, we have Krylon's Metals Converter. This is a bright, shiny silver paint that really brings out reflectivity. And if you like, you can follow that with one of the Krylon metals. This one is orange. It comes in maybe 4 different colors: blues, reds, golds. And once in a while you'll come across some metallic paints in the hobby stores. This, for instance, is a copper, Testra's copper spray. Then you'll need a masking roll of tape to mask off the areas that you don't want to spray. Alright, this is a Tech 6 that I used various metallic covers on. The dot's kind of a mesh stencil. You can find these sometimes at hobby stores, or you can use something around the house that you could spray through and actually achieve different effects. I really like this style of Nerf gun because it has a lot of possibilities. The rings can be painted separately and they really stand out nicely. Okay, we're back in the garage. Our spray area. We want to make sure that when you're spraying, you have good ventilation. These are fumes are highly toxic. They're flammable. You want to make sure that any overspray is not going to get onto anything that you don't want to spray. And we're going to do our second coat now. Okay, I've turned the gun around so we can make sure we have all sides sprayed. If there's any sanding marks, if they're not very deep, don't worry about them because they're going to be covered over with a few layers of paint anyway. Okay, we've got that second coat of primer on, and we're going to give that about 20 minutes or so to dry, and then we'll do the first fusion coat. Okay, we've got the first coat of fusion on, which is the black. You can see that it's barely coated. We don't want to go too fast. Give this stuff time to start to set up. I like to not wait till it's completely dry, because I believe that the next coat will adhere better if the first coat is a little bit wet or tacky. Okay, we're doing the second coat of fusion. We may need a third coat. I may run out of paint before the third coat happens. That's okay. We'll cover it up with the Metals Converter Silver. Won't be a problem. Okay, we've got the second coat of fusion on. This is Krylon Fusion. It's really nice stuff. You can use it as a final coat. It's got a nice black, shiny black to it. But we're going to cover it over with the converter. We're going to use the Krylon converter. And this creates a reflective surface. Very nice. Okay, we're ready to put some converter on some silver. Yeah, and bring it to life. Now, I see a lot of Nerf guns that are steampunk style, that have the dry brush, kind of a worn look. I like to go for the pure metallic look that it could almost be real. You know, it's not going to be as worn looking. I like more of a finished look. Okay, here goes. Very light coats. You can see it's really starting to come alive now. And if you spray very lightly, the undercoat shows through and you can get some really nice realistic effects as if it were metal. At this point I'm going to let it dry and mask off the areas that I want to change colors. If you want black on any part of the gun, you can mask that off after it's dry and then go ahead and spray the silver. The silver, however, is going to give you a very good base for the metallic type paints and gives it such a nice look. The black is more of a contrast. Okay, here's the one I call the flamethrower. It's mostly copper with some black. Gives it a kind of a burnt look. I left the insides orange. Okay, here's another Tech 6. I've added some pieces on the side plate. And a piece of bent copper tubing on the side. Some detailing on the trigger and the handles. Alright, here's the first one I completed. I added the funnel barrel, the sight tube, and the scope that I made out of various parts. And here again we have detailing on the trigger. Yeah, and you can see I left the inside green and orange just as for contrast to show what it was like stock. Now I think it's much better. There's a Busby, rotating barrel, metallic, with the perforated kind of a screen look. Okay, this is the same gun we started with. It was yellow and black. I've done each side different, just for variety. Both sides don't have to be the same. They have mostly copper and brass colors. The barrel's got some burn marks as if it's been used, fired. Here we have the caution yellow and black trigger guard. And some nice detailing with the dots, the handle. I had a lot of fun with this, and your imagination is the only limit to whatever you want to do with these Nerf guns. These Busby guns are a lot of fun. I really enjoy modifying them, and I look forward to doing some more and posting them here on YouTube. See my YouTube video, Charlie Davidson. It's Charlie Davidson by Excalibur.